So I've got a whole lot of questions in my drafts that I'm going to try and get through. Oh, poo, I dropped my pen. Anyhow, got a whole lot of questions I'm going to try and get through to answer. So this one says, so he didn't drop it and you thought he was, so he missed the court date, so they made it permanent. How often were you seeing your girls before this? Now, she's referring to the CPO that my ex-husband filed against me, the false one. So what happened was he filed this false protection order. We had a preliminary hearing 2 weeks later, which I went to. I got parenting time back. He had no evidence to show the magistrate. He had nothing. And it was obvious it was false. So in Ohio, I don't know, I guess that's just how it works. But he set another date for 2 months after that just to make sure everything was good still. At that hearing, in between that and that 2 months later is when my ex-husband was telling me I had nothing to worry about. He was going to go and drop it, blah, blah, blah. I was under the assumption that he went and dropped it, and he didn't. Instead, he went to that hearing in that 2 months later, and just strictly by default, because I was not there to defend myself, it stuck. That's kind of what happened. I hope that answers your question. How often were you seeing your girls before this? So I had my parenting time back after that. After those, it was just those 2 weeks, basically. I got my parenting time back, and then that's when he went and betrayed me behind my back. And yeah, but we had been divorced for, 9 years at this point. He had been remarried for 7 or 8, something like that. So hopefully that answers the question.